Hey guys, this is Manafest. You're listening to the I'm a Fighter podcast, episode 18.
It's too late, it's my fate, I can't turn around. There's no fear in the mirror to hold me down.
Hey guys, episode 18. Are you crazy? We're keep going, man. We ain't stopping. We ain't done. The I'm a Fighter podcast where we want to entertain, inspire, and educate. And a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. And we are not quitting here, bringing you the inspiration, bringing you the music, the stories. Everything I got, everything I learned, I want to share on this baby right here. Well, hey, we had two interviews last 2 weeks. We had Shannon Constantine Logan, my writer, producer friend that I met through Ryan Blair when I was reading his book, and she's just so awesome, helped me co-write the book Fighter. And then I had my buddy Gabe Willis, who makes those amazing custom skateboards, sandblasted into the wood. Super young dude, just going for it, blew up on Instagram. I just love it, man. Just love it. And speaking of those custom boards and the new album, The Moment, we are well over 50% of our goal. Thank you guys so much for supporting. Go check out the board we're gonna have for that. You know, that Gabe design we got. It's gonna be so sick, the custom board. And if you guys haven't pre-ordered the new album yet, you need to go do it, because when you pre-order for $10 or more, I give you the Avalanche EP. I give you the Fighter audiobook and ebook. I give you both overboard mixes, the original mix and the remix, and I give you the Launching Your Career as an Artist course for $10 or more. Help us hit our goal, man. Go to manafest.com to do that. And that is some really exciting news as well, is that we got manafest.com. I've wanted that website since 1999. Someone took it and had it as a video game website or something like that. But I was able to finally get it. We were able to knock them down in price, just so it was, worth the while investing. Well, hey, on this episode, I want to talk about what distractions are stealing your dream. What are you getting distracted by? What are you focusing on that you probably shouldn't be, or that's distracting you on what you should be focused on and working on? The reason I'm talking about this today is because a couple weeks ago, I went to a seminar by a guy named Darren Hardy, who is the editor, author, chief guy at Success Magazine. And you got to understand who this guy is and the seat that he is sitting in, who used to be there, of guys like Ogmandino, W. Clement Stone, Napoleon Hill. And so the fact that this guy is there now, what he does is he basically interviews some of the most successful people in the world. Tony Hawk, Richard Branson, Steve Jobs of Apple, so many people, and he finds out and deciphers what it is that makes them successful. And hearing him speak and seeing him live really pumped me up and really blew me away. And one of the main things he said at the beginning was, the people that are on front of the cover of Success Magazine aren't as stressed out as you, don't work as much as you do, but they're 10 times more successful. And he talked about the idea of focused because they're not distracted. And what he really nailed us on was the idea of cell phones and checking your email and just being addicted to distractions. The one thing he said, first of all, which I really related to, he's like, every hour, most people check their email about 40 times. 40 times in an hour. And the way he explained it was, he's like, you know what that's like? He's like, that's like you being at your home and going to the phone and picking it up and going, hello, is anyone there? And then another few minutes later, hello, is anyone there? Like, does anyone love me? Is anybody thinking of me? Like, that's what it's like by constantly checking our email over and over. It's like, oh, is anyone thinking of me? Anything come in? And I heard another guy one time say, if we're going to expect our email to put us inside of our dreams, we've got the wrong thing coming. Our email and our inbox is just other people's agendas. It's not ours. And we need to focus in the morning what we want to do, what we're called to do. We know what we're supposed to do, as opposed to looking for an email for someone to give us something to do, so that we're not we're responding instead of reacting. Because when you just look in your email, you're always checking it to see what someone has to do for you. It's like you're trying to get people to put you in your dreams. And I've been caught of this all the time, of checking my email too much. And then he talked about Instagram and Facebook and social media. And this really blew me away. he was saying that we've become a society that is like addicted to these distractions and these social media tools with like checking how many likes we have. Like, oh, how many likes did I get? And it's like we get this little shot of adrenaline, this little shot of drugs to make us feel good, to give us a little high, like, ooh, I got 30 likes, or I got 100 likes on that photo. And it's like we keep checking it and going back to see if we're loved and see if someone's thinking about us. And it was just like, dang, dude. And I've been caught on that. I'm not really big on the likes so much, but just seeing if it's impacted someone, I look at that. But it made me think, like, how much time am I wasting? Because that's what we're talking about here in this episode, is the idea of we're getting distracted of doing what we're supposed to do. We're getting pulled away from our main work, our main calling. Is Instagram going to put you inside your dream? Is Facebook going to put you inside your dream? Is it pulling you from the work that really matters? He said something about cell phones, some statistics here that are going to really make you laugh. I want to share. He said 69% cannot go to bed without checking their inbox. 43% confess to checking email in the middle of the night. And then 35% check their phone before getting out of bed. And then he said that was really funny, and I don't know the exact statistic, but he just said, well, it's proven that Android users use their phone in the bathroom more than Apple users, so you can take that to heart and what that means. But just the idea of how much we're addicted to their phone, like how many of y'all have ever been with a friend or you're talking to them, they're like, yeah, as they're like looking at their phone, or you're maybe out for dinner with somebody and they're checking their phone, they're just so distracted, they're not present, and it's like, I really feel like that's pulling away and distracting us from life, and especially our dream. Like, it's one thing if you got to use it for work or for whatnot to get things done, but it's like the technology is advanced farther than we have to be able to manage it so that it can actually help us instead of hinder us. And so these statistics are a little crazy, but I'm going to share them anyways. It says the statistics of what would you give up to keep your smartphone. 1/3 said sex. They give up sex. Half said they give up caffeine. 2/3 chocolate. Half exercise. 70% would give up alcohol to keep their smartphone. And then this one was hilarious. 43% would give up their shoes. So people would rather give up their shoes to walk around in their bare feet than to have their smartphone because they're so addicted to it. And I'm actually holding my smartphone in my hand right now while I'm reading this to you because because I took a picture of the slide, and so I'm using that. But that just made me really think, like, how distracted are we? And sometimes we're addicted to it. And I'm caught up this myself. And it's like, that's why every day I try to make a goals list. Like I'm recording this on a Saturday afternoon, and it says, Saturday, April, the date. And I have a list of all the things I want to do. And so sometimes I have to shut my phone off. I turn it on airplane mode and I focus and I work on my dreams so I'm not distracted. I know that writing music is really important because nobody else can do that for me. I got to write my songs, and I make my list of all the things that are important that are actually going to push me towards my dream. Turning off your phone is not a bad thing. I turn it off a lot more now. And I'm actually told my wife I'm like fasting from Instagram. You know what he said? He said, stop following other people's lives and start leading your own. Oh, that's good. Stop following other people's lives and start leading your own. Because we got to live our life, man. And sometimes when we look at these pictures on Instagram or whatever, we can tend to not necessarily get jealous, but we can be like, oh, wow, they're living their life, and it makes me think my life's not as good because, wow, look at them, they're having fun, and it's just like, what is it really accomplishing? Like, it's important to say, hey, oh, look, cool, my friend's doing this or my friend's doing that, but I know for a fact, because I've caught up in it too, it's like, I'm doing something, but then I see my friend doing this, and it makes me sometimes compare my life, and it's just a distraction. It's just a distraction from what I'm supposed to be doing. And I heard someone say that they don't read any of the reviews, any of the comments on their Amazon page, on their iTunes page, because, some negative or whatever review isn't going to push you towards your dreams. You're just looking for a distraction, or you're looking for something to feel good about when you just need to do what you're called to do. Don't look for other people's approval. Don't look for that, little shot of adrenaline or whatever dopamine that's released in your body when it's like, ooh, I got a like, or someone's thinking about me. And it's just like, man, just be you and know that you're contributing to something great. And you're awesome just because of who you are. You're awesome for who you are. So I encourage you to look at your life, see what you're distracted by. See, maybe it's certain friends, or it's just definitely the social media and cell phone stuff that I'm talking about, but see what it is. I want to share one funny story before I go here. I was skateboarding with my friends, and this is when I was in high school. I think it was grade 9, my freshman year. And I remember I had a girlfriend at the time. Yes, I had a girlfriend. Don't tell my wife. And we were dating. I guess I was stoked, but I was out with my friends skating and we're filming. And they're like, dude, Chris, Speedy, man, like, you're not here, are you? Like, come on, man, like, land this trick, dude. I can tell you're distracted and you're thinking about this girl. And they got mad at me. I was like, all right, man, I'll do it. And then I went and landed the trick, and they're like, that's it, man. That's what I'm talking about. You're focused, and then you can actually do it. They're like, no, get out of here. Just go hang out with your girlfriend, because you're not focused. You don't want to skate. You're thinking about something else. But talk about how that one little example, pulled away from doing good work. I was trying to multitask different thoughts in my life. Of course I'm not landing the trick. And geez, how crazy that I'm jumping down a set of stairs and flipping the board and not focusing on what I'm supposed to do. How bad could that be when I'm trying to do my regular work, if I'm distracted by all these other things? So sometimes what we need to do when we want to focus on something that's important and not be distracted is do a brain dump. Clear your mind, get quiet, and just be calm for a bit, and then go focus and do what it is you need to do. Well, hey, I hope this episode has been inspiring, challenging, and just the idea of getting some of that stuff. Maybe you need to fast from TV, social media, whatever, to do what you're called to do. Because, again, the whole point of this is really I want to help you guys push you to your dreams instead of all these other things pulling you away from them. Hey, I'm reading a book right now by Truett Cathy. He is the owner, operator of the Chick-fil-A restaurants, and just really inspiring dude, man. Really inspiring dude. I wanted to share a quote from him. It says, each person's destiny is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. And I was just like, whoa, that's awesome, man. Well, hey, I want to thank you guys for joining me on this I'm a Fighter podcast, where a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. I want to remind you guys, if you want to get free music, you can actually go to manafest.com and sign up on our email list. And if you haven't yet, go there again, manafest.com, and pre-order the new record so I can give you all those free bonuses. I love you guys. Have a great week. This is my song, Human, off the album Fighter.
I never said I was an angel, nah, I never said I wouldn't break down, yeah, beside myself living in a cold cell, don't shut me out, yeah, you look at me like I'm a stranger, yeah, you make me feel like I betrayed you, don't leave me stranded as I reach out my hand, 'cause I wear my heart on my sleeve, if you cut me I'll bleed, I know I can't mistake that I made, yeah, I never said I was an angel, no, I never said I wouldn't break down, but life keeps on moving, by now you should know, I'm only human, I'm only human, hey, got any grace for a failure? Cause I'm feeling like I failed you, yeah, I lashed out digging up my past, though I know I let you down, yeah, I'm still fighting for the future, yeah, cause I never wanna lose